we should not be deceived by the present crisis. They won't last much. It will be just like a slap, a blow of nature on the face of man to put him right. That is all. But ultimately, our deeper urges will prevail, and mankind will be happier, more harmonious, more loving than before.
But you sound a war is inevitable.
I feel so because the present tendencies have become so powerful and so deep-rooted that only a great calamity can correct.
The general impression among the people I know is that if there does occur a nuclear war, it would be so devastating that mankind could never survive.
I have already mentioned in the book, The Present Crisis, that there will be a surprising turn of events in the war. Even if a war is fought, there will be a surprising turn of events. Something will happen which will save much of humanity and also create certain conditions which we cannot anticipate at present.
This is the thing that none of us can really imagine. What surprising turn of events might occur.
Yeah. That is what I have mentioned here. It must come like that.
But would you say those events would be caused by man himself, or would you call them natural calamities or natural occurrences?
You see, even miracles occur by the agency of man. Whatever will happen will have causes. It will not be something like a miracle descending from heaven. But we can always assume that there will be such a combination of circumstances which, though not miraculous, though based on cause and effect, will appear to be miraculous.
I know, but just thinking about it, one would have to say that that would have to prevent the launching of an all-out missile attack.
It will prevent total devastation. It will prevent even a grievous loss from which mankind may not be able even to recover. It will just be sufficient enough to correct. That is all.
Do you have any impressions or ideas as to where the war might begin?
I think it is enough to say that war is inevitable in the present circumstances than to give the other details.
Most people are very anxious to know.
Yeah, because people generally are anxious to know where their interests lie. Their reason for knowing this, how to save themselves, or even how to save their assets in the event of a war. That is the reason. Not for the reason that they would like to correct themselves.
Yes, that's true. But still, we have so many missiles, as many perhaps as 40 or 50,000 missiles that could be launched. It would seem almost impossible that any event, even if it were a tidal wave or the approach of some comet or asteroid, could prevent that from occurring.
See, heaven can work in ways which are absolutely strange to the human mind. It can work in a way that which no one of us can think. No specialist in war, no politician. Such circumstances can take place, such failures, such accidents, such coincidences, that we are at a loss to account for them. But what is revealed to me is that this blow will only be aimed to correct the present downward tendency of the race. Otherwise, she is doomed. There will be degeneration, which has already started. There is a law that once the brain starts to degenerate, it is very difficult to bring it back.
But what makes you believe that the brain has begun to degenerate?
The actions of people. The actions of people, the general actions of people. You can see, I have even mentioned it somewhere, you can see the difference between the politicians, the writers, the poets, the musicians of the 19th century and the 20th.
What do you think has caused that degeneration?
Unnatural way of life. And mainly science is responsible for that. Science is responsible in this way because it has not yet been able to explore the profundities of human nature. And by its summary rejection of revelation or religious teachings as a superfluity, that has been the main cause for the present crisis of the world. Science has not yet understood even the profundity of the human brain. As I just now said, all this teaching came between 2,000 and 3,000 years from this date. This was an ample time for mankind to prepare herself for the control of the forces of nature which she has attained now. But she did not apply her mind to that. The scholars, the rulers, the traders all continue to see their vested interests. No one sincerely believed in Christ or Buddha. Even now we do not do that. Generally, you will never see a person who believes that compassion and the love for the brother are absolutely essential for human life.
Because one cannot see cause and effect when it comes to such qualities as compassion or benevolence